Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to Edison High School's 63rd commencement, the most resilient class of 2022. At this time, any of the members of the chamber singers and the orchestra report back to your positions. If everyone in the audience could please rise. Now, our official announcer of EHS for this year, Oluwafiyemi Omoniyi, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it. And for the last time, stay blessed, DHS. Have a good day.
Please remain standing for our national anthem, performed by the Edison High School Chamber Singers under the direction of Mr. Joshua Linsner.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous heights, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. I'd like to give special thanks to the Edison High School Band under the direction of Mr. Di Nicola and Mr. Chiappina for performing the processional and recessional. Now, if we could please, I called them the most resilient class, but if we can have a moment of silence briefly for all those that we lost these last couple of years and all those still suffering from sickness and violence across the world. Thank you. I also have to give thanks to Dr. Bernard Bragan, Jr., Ms. Gail Polakowski, the Board of Education members, other members of the Central Office Administration staff, the best staff in Edison, my staff, my vice principals, all of the supervisors that are helping out. And need to also thank some educators that aren't here today, all of the feeding elementary and middle schools who have worked so hard to get you where you are, and the entire Edison community, which is unparalleled in its support for education. Graduates of Edison High, let's give them that round of applause. Come on now. You are about to embark on a great crusade towards which we have all striven these 4 disjointed years. You are going to make this whole world, your world, better. It's your generation. The eyes of this audience, the internet, and the world are upon you. In company with other like-minded graduates in the class of 22, you guys can, in this world and this country, bring about the creation of a beloved community, the elimination of hate, the reduction of disease, and security for the rights that we hold dear. I challenge you because this task is not going to be an easy one. The enemies of a better world have a large and vocal following, but this is the class of 2022. Much has happened since you have entered the nest. We have faced a pandemic, violence, but at EHS, we have learned to come back together under your leadership. Your families and this community have supported you. The tide has turned. This well-educated, caring class is marching together towards victory. I have full confidence in your courage, your devotion to service, and the skill in the past that you choose to take on. Good luck, and for the last time, I want you to remember the 4 R's of Eagle Pride: respect, readiness, responsibility, and red and gold. Congratulations, class of 2022. At this time, sometimes when you bring things back, after they've been broken up, they come back stronger. And for the first time, we're going to have our orchestra perform. So now let's have a music selection, The Theory of Everything, by the Edison Orchestra under the guidance of Miss Brittany Militia. Thank you. If the orchestra grads can return to their seats. I'd now like to call our salutatorian going down Route 1 to Princeton University in the class of 2026, Ms. Vasumati Venkat.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, we've officially made it to grad. Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank Dr. Bragan, Mr. Ross, the Board of Education, EHS faculty and staff, friends and family in the crowd, hi Mom, and of course the graduates here for making our graduation possible. A proponent of individualism, Ralph Emerson once said, "It's not the destination, it's the journey." But I think the reality is a bit more complicated than that. The truth is, we started this journey a long time ago as unaware kindergarteners, when everyone started asking us, "What's your dream?" When we started asking ourselves, "Who am I?" Well, it's certainly been a long time since then, 13 years to be exact. I'd say life has changed just a little bit since then, wouldn't you agree? In this time, we've met many different kinds of people and been a part of experiences we never dreamed of. Whether you struggle with imposter syndrome or self-disappointment, feeling inadequate and uncertain is normal, especially with regards to the future. I know many of you are reluctant to leave behind your carefree childhood and move on to college, the military, trade schools, even work, wherever you might go, where consequences actually matter. So am I. When you reflect on your time in high school and step out of here in just a couple of hours, you might feel regret, wishing that you'd done better for yourself and set up a better future. You might feel that you're not ready for the future that lies ahead, whether it's too much or too little for you. Or you might cringe, remembering the number of times that you've been late to class. Sorry, Miss Dodd. It might be a little too late for me to make it to that calc class on time. It might be too late for you to make it into varsity or get that A in that physics class. But stop and think about the last 13 years. Could you trade any of it away, any small part of it, just for a small gain? You can't. Every part of high school, the good and the bad, has led us here, to graduation. And once you've played your part, life will take you where you're meant to be. There's no other way life could have happened to you. So, if life is inevitable, does that mean everything we do is in vain? Not quite. The biggest misconception is that either we control every single aspect of our lives or that our lives control us. But there's a fine line between the two extremes that most people are too afraid to walk. Life is like a beach. Desires, goals, relationships drift onto its shores and are carried away by the waves when it's time. They come to you, change you, and part ways with you. They are, in other words, temporary, kind of like driftwood. It might seem scary to walk along that coast, knowing that you could drown if you cling to the wrong side. I'm sure many of us has found that out the hard way when we went through our bad decision eras and clung on to what we once had or wanted to have instead of realizing what we needed. As I said, there's a fine line between maintaining accountability and loyalty and tying your identity to your goals and relationships. If I had a nickel for every time I didn't finish a fitness challenge, screwed up on a test, or lost a friend, let's just say I wouldn't need to be in school right now. So just be ready to let go when the time comes. As American poet T.S. Eliot once said, those who arrive at the end of a journey are not the same as those who began it. Regardless of the world changing around you, I can guarantee one thing. You're still the same at heart. And while the things that wash ashore on your beach may not be what you expected when you started this, you made do with them. We don't need to fulfill every single goal we set. We don't need to hold on to every single relationship we come across. And we don't need to be entrapped by society's expectations. Rather, we need to prove to ourselves that we can be better, so that we can answer, what's my dream, and who am I? The past should be a buoy, not an anchor. So don't be tethered to dwelling on what could have been, and walk forward. When you step out of here and you wonder, were the sacrifices worth the while, remember this. All the stars have aligned, all the I's dotted, and the T's crossed. We might not be able to understand why life happens the way it does, but rest assured that the past was honestly the best it could have been. And look to the future, because the best is yet to come. Thank you.
Good thing Mr. Brown's not here to take her phone. That would be a bad look there. So, great speech. And now I call up from the MIT class of 2026, our valedictorian, our number one, Ms. Trinity Venkatesh.
Welcome, Board of Ed, Dr. Brigid, Mr. Ross, administrators, teachers, families, friends, and graduates. I know what you're thinking. MIT-bound graduate pens valedictorian speech with no trouble. The reality is, I did spend quite a while staring at a blank Google Doc, as one does at midnight with an unwritten essay. I'm speaking to you right now with the paper in front of me, so I did end up writing something. Hopefully not the lyrics to Hakuna Matata, as some of us have done on said essays. But what really hit me about this speech was the fact that in order to pull this together, I went around speaking to so many new students and teachers, ironically, a week before graduation. My name is Trinity Venkatesh, and I'm honored to be up here today. To all the graduates sitting before me, turn to the person on your left and give them a high five. Now turn to the person on your right and give them a fist bump. Congratulations, guys. We made it. In a few minutes, we're all going to be walking across the stage and beyond the walls of EHS. Now, I'm sure there are going to be plenty of tears, but I also suspect there will be equal amounts of relief, happiness, and laughter. For some, this is a bittersweet milestone. But for others, this moment is jailbreak. Congratulations. You can finally see the light through the walls that you've been chipping away at for 4 years. But today, I'm not here to tell you how to feel about the last 4 years, or even the next 4. One, we've already discovered together, and the other we'll each discover on our own paths. What I can suggest to you is something new that you can discover today, in this moment. One of my teachers loves to say, live in the moment. Yeah, I know. By itself, it's as cliche as it sounds. Live in the moment, seize the day, carpe diem. But in the right situations, these sayings have a funny way of changing our perspective. In class, live in the moment had me thinking, oh God, the only thing I want in this moment is a nap. But on a stage in front of an audience, the same words take on a different meaning. Bear with me. Rather than thinking of every big event in your life as a single opportunity, one chance to get it right, to prove yourself, think of each event instead as an infinite number of small chances to make a single perfect moment. At the end of the day, you don't need every single part of every single day to be perfect. You need a few perfect moments that make the rest of the day worth it. Even if you can find one of these moments of happiness, of accomplishment, of wonder, then the entire experience was worth it. And for many of us, it is this single moment that makes our time at EHS worthwhile. We've all had our days when we wanted to walk out of this building and never returned. But it's those small moments, however begrudgingly you want to admit, that you will remember. I asked around to some of you guys, to some of our teachers, and there were many such moments this year. Moments like catching a chicken sandwich at the pep rally, seeing interesting onesies in the hallways on Halloween. Maybe it was intense chanting on the bleachers at band competitions, or finding everyone dressed like Adam Sandler on Spirit Day. It could be putting a cup of instant ramen into a time capsule, or maybe catching someone riding a scooter down the hallways. It could be dancing as a big group at Volleyball for Charity, or seeing Mr. Glacken playing the bagpipes in the lobby on St. Patrick's Day. Sure, most of these moments aren't life-changing, but they will be what each of you remembers 20 years from now. So, to everyone groaning in relief that school is over, to those of you silently tearing up that you'll be moving on to the next chapter of your life, to all of us who, in one way or another, will never forget our time at EHS, take a few seconds to find your moment. Thank you for making this my moment.
At this time, we will be having another music selection. So if the choir can get ready, we got to go back. Thank you. Another round of applause for the orchestra and the choir. Please come on. I'd now like to call up an Edison Eagle from the class of 1983, Dr. Bernard Bragan, Jr., our superintendent of schools.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. You know, some people were asking me why I wore this hat today. It's because that's where I kept my speech. I learned that from Abraham Lincoln. There's no pockets in these things. On behalf of the Board of Education and Central Office Administration, I want to congratulate our graduates of Edison High School today. As you sit on the precipice of the next phase of your lives, you should be very proud of the accomplishments that have led you here today. While March of 2020 seems like a long time ago, we're still dealing with the impact of the COVID-19 virus, and all of you have dealt with it for the entirety of your high school careers. Graduating high school during these turbulent times was not easy, and all of you are to be commended for sitting here today. So once again, congratulations. If I could offer one bit of advice as you leave our hallowed halls and enter into the next phase of your lives, it is to fight for what you believe. As you move through your life, you will inevitably receive advice from those around you who will attempt to influence your thinking and your actions. Sometimes they will be operating in your best interest, and sometimes not. Irrespective of their motives, no one knows your inner beliefs or your passions better than all of you. And my advice is to always be true to that inner voice that we all have. That inner voice that reminds us of what's important to us. The road ahead will not be easy, and you may face many obstacles on your path towards success. Some will seem insurmountable, and the easy option would be to simply change your path, choose another option, abandon your beliefs, and go in a totally different direction. I caution you not to do that, for it is these tests that will define your life. And when they are overcome, it is these experiences that will define who you are. I'm reminded of the famous poem from Robert Frost, "The Road Not Taken." I'm going to paraphrase it a little bit here. Two roads diverged in a wood, and sorry I could not travel both. Yet knowing as way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Take the road less traveled. Choose the path aligned to your goals and your passions, and never, never give up. In the end, it'll be that much more worthwhile and meaningful. In summation, congratulations to all of our graduates. Never forget the training and the world-class education you received from our district. You are all ready for whatever awaits you. Continue to make us proud. Continue on your path to excellence. And as always, continue to shine bright. Now for the fun part. Members of the Board of Education, I duly certify to you that the class of 2022 has completed all the local and state requirements to receive the distinction of being graduates of Edison High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the Edison High School class of 2022.
We will now begin with the presentation of diplomas to our graduates.
Amira Abdur Rashid. Muhammad Abid. Riley Abrams. Victoria Adamu. Adedoyin Adewumi. Aya Afifi. Elijah Agabo. Dia Agarwal. Ibrahim Amid. Hina Adu. Madison Alexander. Danya Ali. Muhammad Ali. Mark Almario. Alondra Almonte. Abdo Alteri. Brian Alvarado. Emily Alvarez. Victoria Amanira. Jonathan Ambrosio. Zarina Amanova. Jonathan Antonio. Daniela Araque Ramirez. Jetalyn Aravena. Abirami Venkatram.
Alvina Ashraf. Stephanie Aviles Bravo. Mohid Awan. Ashley Ayala. Kritish Ayapan. Imaima Azim. Prashant Babu. Ansh Bari. Jessica Banger. Karanjeet Banger. Rohit Banger. Miles Banks. Rayan Barbuya. Avleen Baring. Gernor Baring. Nico Barnes. Jaden Barrett. Adia Bashir. Shaylee Boris. Zanaya Bell. Vincent Bella. Arya Bellarao. Pooja Bhatt. Afif Bhuyan.
Amber Bills. Daniel Boslett. Sakshi Brombat. Ryan Brathwaite. Christian Bravo. Natalia Bravo. Alex Bravo. Justin Britton. Nasir Brown. Sivarga Budana. Marissa Bukachevsky. Ashley Cadiz. William Calabrese. Andriana Calera. Matthew Enzo Carabanes. Mauricio Genera. Andy Casimir. Catalina Castablanco. Darian Castillo Mejia. Julian Catley. Christian Caesar. Lawrence Chan. Lakshmi Chandra Hassan. Ashley Chattel. Anson Chen.
Anthony Chen. Jerry Chen. Sophia Chen. Alina Cherian. Tiffany Choi. Vincent Ciampi. Savion Colon. Rashawn Conyers. Anaya Cooper. Janijah Corley. Amy Cortez. Sarah Cosgrove. Kaylani Cottle. Fiorella Cruz. Christopher Dabrowski. Arbina Dalapovsky. Michael Deloya. Nicole De Leon Montero. Arthur D. Miranda. Alan De Sagun. Caitlin D. Kine. Roymi Ann De La Cruz. Christopher Delia.
Salvatore Della Fave. Natalie Dooland. Deshal Darmesh. Maninder Desai. Lauren Dick. Zahir Dismukes. Aiden Donnelly. My daughter, Catherine Donner. Arjun Dubois. Brian Duodu. Karen Edema. Alicia Edwards. Melanie Iraldi. Adam El Maroof. Fadi El Bahiri. Jana El Gabari. Bushra Al Said. Youssef Al Sakawi. Isabel Enriquez. Hilda Arazo. Vladimir Fabian. Matthew Faria.
Evan Feliciano. Justin Farrell. Brianna Figueroa. Leanne Fitzgerald. Madison Flanagan. Cassidy Fletcher. Christian Formoso. Joseph Fresnado. Carla Fuentes. Ashita Gabana. Emmanuel Galindo. Alf Gallen. Shayna Garb. Garrett Garcia. Jason Garcia Orsiero. L'Oreal Germain. Nicholas Gillette. Megan Ginsberg. William Giovenco. Lyle Christian Go. Vidushi Goyle. Nikhil Gokul. Gilbert Goliath. Hayden Gonzalez.
Emily Matson. Eliana Mazariegos. Thomas McCann. Ryan McDonough. Javian Medina. Derek Melendez. Daisy Rachel Mendez. Nicholas Mendez. Geraldine Mendoza. Lucia Mergen. Caden Mikowski. Michael Mikowski. Ashley Mieses Montero. Adam Mozulevsky. Kareem Mohammed. Ahmed Mohammed. Ariana Molina. Joseph Montesano. Demir Moore. Olivia Morales. Isad Moran. Chinmay Mosoor. Isabella Miraz. Ridvik Mundler.
Isa Nadim. Tamin Nain. Nicholas Navarro. Maximilian Naraki. Christiana Needham. Lynn Nugent. Jessiane Nieves Morales. Sebastian Ocampo. Alexis Olson. Jack Orchid. Brianna Aurelian.
Kayla Oros. Gabrielle Ortiz. Thomas Painter. Kushleen Penu. Dipali Parekh. Avi Patel. Bhakti Patel. Dat Patel. Devanshi Patel. Dhruv Patel. Dhruvi Patel.
Hirsch Patel. Kaya Patel. Kush Patel. Krupa Patel. Krupa Patel. Neha Patel. Parth Patel. Smit Patel. Sunny Patel. Varun Patel. James Patnaik. Justin Pierce. Jaden Peart. Robert Pelicane. Maya Penix. Joshua Perdomo Cepeda. Freddie Perez. JD Perez. Michael Perez. Terrell Perez. Joseph Pizaya. Brian Powendel. Brianna Pollock.
Landon Posner. Chase Priester. Vishwa Puligeta. Giovanni Papo. Vincent Quiles. Christian Quinteros Chavez. Rohel Qureshi. Sarah Rajan. Ria Rajay. Rajanandita Ramanan. Joustin Ramirez Vargas. Mahi Rathod. Sonia Raymond. Pavan Datta Reddy. Brianna Reed. Alexis Reyes. Emily Reyes. Grace Reyes. Azan Ramtula. Linwood Riddick. Gabriela Rios. Jenna Ravella. Caitlin Robinson. Miguel Robledo Granados.
Kathleen Rodriguez. John Rojas Cruz. Kylie Romer.
Gabriel Romero. Francesca Romius. Josue Rosario. Jason Rose. Felicia Ross. Licia Ross. Joshua Sayez. Dia Saini. Michelle Salazar. Avery Salvatore. Rohit Samparaboyena. Mohit Sanagavarapu. Adam Schoenberger. Brian Schutz. Damar Scott. Sriman Srinivas Senthilkumar. India Dijane Alyssa Seville. Brandon Segroy. Rabia Shafat. Dia Shah. Rian Shah. Mustafa Shalan. Sarah Shumrez Ali.
Sophia Gonzalez. Manas Goswami. Macaleb Grindale. Joseph Greer. Trinity Guadalupe. Benji Guar. Dia Gurung. Ria Gurung. Janasia Hamilton. Jason Haspil. Reem Hassan. Jamari Hay. Emily Hazim. Manakira. Nicholas Heisler. Sade Hendricks. Steve Heredia. Brittany Hernandez. Kimberly Hernandez. Cedric Heilinger. Dylan Helensky. Josephine Ho. Brian Hobson. Matthew Hofstra. Devin Holmes.
Dadrick Hudson. Zahir Huffin. Mia Isom. Simran Chakati. Jana James Florian. Angelina Javier. Joanne Jonty. Ileana Jimenez. Alicia Johnson. Jaden Johnson. Taylor Johnson McClinton. Kenneth Jones. Zoe Jones. Tyree Jordan. Kyrie Judd. Prakrati Kedekar. Aryaman Kapoor. Thomas Keefe. Kayla Kelly. Joshua Khan. Maruba Khan. Shayan Khan. Vanya Khan. Vanachaporn Kiadara. Elizabeth Kitchen.
Jonah Klachevsky. Kaylee Knott. Jade Kozimbo. Rithvik Kucharu. Namisha Kumar. James Ladino. Anthony Linez. Madison Lang. Krishita Langani. Shania Lawson. David Lazo. Nicole Lee. Haley Lekelt. Lais Leon. Gianna Lettini. Brian Labrizzi. Joy Lynn. Rodell Liquido. Jillian Lord. Michael Lord. Alexandria Luis Escana. Brian Liu.
Kathleen Lumbang. Yash Maheshwari. Isha Malavia. Rehan Malik. Talha Malik. Kavya Manduva. Malika Manikantan. Akilin Manivanan. Tyler Manresa. Anis Mansouri. Mary Janalee Mariano. Dean Marin. Jenna Marmol. Frank Marte. Marina Martin. Angela Martinez. Byron Martinez. Jeffrey Martinez. Nicole Marulanda. Joelle Massey. Katie Mastrocola. Kevin Matthews.
Christian Shao. Shayna Shepard. Dhruv Shide. Yeji Shin. Masuma Siddiqa. Iman Siddiqui. Matthew Silvero. Neha Simeon. Monet Simmons. Amritpal Singh. Minmeet Singh. Rohan Singh. Sumit Singh. Marco Siragusa. Dante Small. Elijah Smith. Christian Smythe. Angelina Solano. Alan Solomon. Niyati Samaratu. Shravani Santam. Brandon Suhu. Hannah Steinloff.
Shane Stryker. Matthew Sudnick. Bailey Sudak. Dylan Sundquist. Sanjana Suresh. Ursula Taba. Destiny Tab Williams. FNU Tassim. Raymond Taub. Kaylin Tavares. Sky Tavares. Frasheli Tejada. Jadrian Tejeda. Michaela Terranova. Akshay Tavanati. Jalea Thomas. Tanasia Thomas. Evan Tebach. Arian Tawari. Ryan Tomasula. Jacob Torres. Sebastian Torres. Gada Travati.
Emma Aisha Ture. Ross Turla. Megan Ulosis. Rose Urbanski. Charieli Valdez Angeles. Nicholas Valor. Vivian Van Valkenburg. Lorenzo Verdicchio. Aman Verma. Natalie Villagra. Caitlin Vincent. Christopher Vitiello. Zaria Wallace. Matthew Walters. Sean Walters. Callie Ward. Mackenzie Washington. Michael Watkins. Julia Webb. Netumila Viravani. Jaden Way. Sean Weinbrenner.
Elisha White. Jordan White. Paris White. Christian Wintringham. Brandon Wong. Irene Wong. Benjamin Wu. Min Yan. Yihan Yu. Anna Yen. Joseph Zephyr. Vasilios Zografakis, Raul Zuniga.
Dr. Bragan, if you could join me. Yep. Ms. Hendricks, not you. Ms. Hendricks. First, I'd like to present our salutatorian, Ms. Vasumati Venkat. And next, our number one, Srinidhi Venkatesh, valedictorian. I will now present the graduates of our STEM Academy. Mr. Ali Ahmed, Abhinav Arya, Arnav Chinchankar, Pranav Chundi, Sahil Desai, Srinidra Devaraju, Shuvik Ghosh, Mukul Kalam, Ishani Kunadaraju, Annie Lee, Yash Mandavia, Aditya Modi, Subakrith Palavoy, Harsh Parekh, Rushin Patel, Mukund Raghavendran, Vignesh Vasuvedian, and Jason Zhang. Now for our officers, our official morning announcer, Oluwafuyi Iwemi Omoniniyi Fi. National Honor Society Secretary Samita Sangaraju. Student Council Secretary Casey Craigalow. Class of 22 Treasurer Mayuka Ragamanu. NHS Treasurer Alexis Kuska. Student Council Treasurer Marina Murad. NHS Vice President Kea Raval. Student Council Vice President Shriya Prakash. Class of 22 Vice President Allison Zhang. Our National Honor Society President Shika Agarwal. Our Student Council President Miss Simone Stephen. And our class, your class of 22 President, Miss Emma Minerva Mohanty. I will now call Emma Mohanty from staying right here at the rack at Rutgers, class of 26, to address you.
Good afternoon, friends, family, staff, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the class of 2022. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment of silence to honor the lives of our loved ones who could not be here today, as well as the lives lost to the pandemic. Thank you. To the graduating class of 2022, we finally made it. As tiny, timid freshmen, we gathered together for the first time at our first class meeting about the 4 Rs. All I remember is sitting in the sweaty, non-air-conditioned auditorium, fighting the urge to fall asleep as a booming voice from the front exclaimed, "Respect the struggle." Not my best Ross impression, but here we are today, gathered together one last time to celebrate the significant ending of a chapter of our lives. They say graduating high school is just the beginning of real life, but I believe that as a class and as a generation, these past 4 years, we've experienced just about how real life can get. We grew up, accepted the world's realities, but are taking the responsibility of a change into our youthful yet mighty hands. Standing up here in front of you, my hands are full of excitement, hunger, nerves, but most of all, these hands are trying to grasp the moment's surrealism. At multiple points of high school, I believed I wouldn't make it to senior year, let alone give a speech. I went from an underclassman with perfect attendance to an upperclassman with over 20 tardies and absences, hence my grad cap covered in my late passes. I make jokes about it, but I say this to underscore that the truest lesson I learned is that it is okay to ask for help. If there is one piece of advice you take away from my speech, I hope it's the understanding that asking for help takes strength and courage, and that each and every one of you deserves to advocate for yourself. But advocacy is not the only lesson. My hands have room for more. During my 4 years at high school, like many of you, I learned a lot about myself and the world around me. I learned that I'm severely lactose intolerant. I learned more about the people I love, happy Pride. But most importantly, I learned that our class is one of the most resilient classes. In addition to the general uncertainty of high school and life, we made it through high school in a pandemic. Regardless of the circumstances thrown our way, each and every one of you here made the decision to respect the struggle, whether that meant learning to cope with grief, finding motivation to focus on remote school, or finding peace when spending days on end with our families at home. Along with the inconsistency and uncertainty of our high school experience, a lot has changed these past few years. We learned how to find derivatives, drive, and somewhat function outside of EHS. We learned more about our passions and hobbies. Some of us got taller. All in all, we've achieved a lot. Our slow-mo videos of hair flips and dancing went viral on TikTok. Equally important, after 2 years without them, we revisited EHS traditions like hallway decorating, powder puff, and in-person performances, even if they were on the other side of town. Speaking of powder puff, we won. We also set a plethora of athletic and academic records. In fact, our valedictorian and salutatorian made EHS history with the highest GPAs as two beautiful and brilliant women in STEM. All of you did what it takes to end up here today, and for that dedication, you should be so proud of yourself. Having said that, some things didn't change, like our class participation. Just kidding, not really. As a class, while some of you did break out into song at 8 a.m., we definitely did not have the High School Musical experience my 4-year-old self always dreamed of. But when I look at all of you, I see the beauty of people and the hands that lead them. I see unity in diversity. I see brave individuals challenging the status quo. We all come from similar and different backgrounds and are gathered here today to celebrate each other and our accomplishments these past 12 years. Undoubtedly, making it this far could not have been possible without the help and support of those around us. Mr. Ross, thank you for being the biggest advocate and supporter of every eagle at the nest. Thank you for believing in my idea of creating the Mindfulness and Calming Center in our school and designating the space to promote peace and better our mental health. Your support and belief in me means the world. To the Edison High School staff, thank you for always being so understanding, adaptive, and supportive. These past 12 years would not have been the same without the people we love and the hands that hold us. I would like to give the biggest shout out to my support system, probably taking up 3 rows right now somewhere. To my family, I love you. Yes. Mama, check your bag, I put tissues in it. Okay. Similar to many of you, my parents are immigrants. They left their whole lives back at home, Odisha, India, to create a new one for my sister and me. I often find myself blinded by my privilege, but to my parents and all the other parents and caregivers here, your sacrifices don't go unnoticed. Mama and Baba, thank you from the bottom of my heart for learning, adapting, and growing with me. Your unconditional love and support are what give me courage. To my sister, Appa, you are my rock. Words cannot express the gratitude I have for you. To my grandparents and extended family, I, Mamu Mai, Mausi Mosa Bhai Abhorni Mane, Tomopriya Asahaja Chara Eta He Parinatanta. Dhanyabad. As I look out into the crowd, I see a group of talented young individuals capable of changing the world. As children, we view changing the world as grand acts of humanity and kindness. While this view may be true, I would like to leave you with some advice from one of my favorite teachers and biggest mentors at EHS. Legendary choir director Mr. Kenneth Brown once shared that people remember us by the way we treat them and by the way we make them feel. That humility and that sincerity is our impact on the world. So go out and change the world by being great, being kind, and reaching out to grasp every opportunity to share your light. Class of 2022, it has been my pleasure to serve as your senior class president, and may we continue to be what's great about Edison High. Congratulations to the class of 2022. We did it.
Now I bring up our student council president with the closing address going to the Hampton University for the class of 2026, Ms. Simone Stephen.
Your past mistakes do not define you. Life is about joy. Every day should be a celebration. Many times failures happen, but guess what? Every day is a new chance to turn things around, to do better. I challenge you to dream big, make mistakes, and experience things that are outside of your comfort zone. That is when the purest growth will occur. After today, though, we do not have to have everything figured out. We all know plans and expectations can basically change overnight. Growing up, we all envisioned that graduating seemed so far away, but we've reached the end, and that most definitely was not true. And although time flew by, this class has accomplished remarkable things. State championship titles, high SAT scores, school records, that AP class credit, but I believe it's more than just the statistics, trophies, and certificates. True accomplishments are the small things, the moments in between, working relentlessly at practice, studying all week for a test, lost games, and failed exams. The true test is perseverance through those times. It has been beautiful to serve as your student council president and get to watch each student excel in their passions, sports, academics, and fine arts. Once the next chapter unfolds, we will use the talents and skills learned at Edison High School to make a difference in the world. Over 500 different paths ready to be traveled. Thank you to all district staff, school board, family, friends, and loved ones for supporting us not only now, but through our entirety of our educational careers. We are all standing together in union, showing what we have accomplished and warning the world to watch out, because we're about to do better than ever before and change the world. Thank you. Class, please rise. Ready? Please join in the turning of the tassel to signify that you are now graduates. Ready? 3, 2, 1. One last cheer for the class of 2022.